Some of the best performances and storytelling in cinema comes from the horror genre, with actors that can go to the brink of insanity.
Stay away from me! Wendy! Stay away! Darling, light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
Convey fear. Break your heart. Or leave you speechless.
Rolly!
Whether the Hollywood snobs want to admit it or not, horror is the foundation of Hollywood. Building major motion picture studios, breaking cultural boundaries, and producing a long list of Hollywood elite actors like Kevin Bacon and Johnny Depp. But, do you know all the actors and actresses who started in horror? Here are 5 actors who started their career in horror that you may never have, or probably know about. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo debuted as Josh, a young boy who encounters the titular alien creatures in 1991's Critters 3. In this part of the franchise, the film takes place in an apartment building where the small, furry, carnivorous aliens wreak havoc as they infest the building with their insatiable appetite for destruction and human consumption. A group of residents face comedic and suspenseful challenges as they try to outsmart and escape the alien menace within the confined spaces of their home. While Critters 3 follows the established formula of the franchise with its blend of horror and humor, the film distinguishes itself by setting much of the action in an urban apartment complex. Overall, Critters 3 is a low-budget horror comedy that relies on the creature feature tropes and modest practical effects to deliver its thrills.
How about a meat cleaver?
Neve Campbell. If you thought Neve Campbell debuted in the film The Craft like me, then guess what? We were wrong. 3 years prior to The Craft, Campbell made her debut in 1993's The Dark as Jessie Donovan, a police officer who gets entangled in the hunt for a mysterious creature that lurks beneath the surface of a small town's graveyard, feeding off of the remains of the newly buried corpses. What sounds like a simple enough creature feature plot, perfect to pair in a double feature with Stephen King's Graveyard Shift, but it's a one and done as it jumps the B-horror film shark with scientist Gary Hunter Henderson, who discovers the creature one night while binging whiskey and sulking in the rain at the gravesite of his recently deceased wife. While FBI agent Paul Buckner and his partner encounter the giant prehistoric rat-like creature that kills his partner. Both men become obsessed with hunting the creature with their own intentions of what they'll do with it once it's captured. Henderson believes that the creature may hold secrets to curing various ailments and wants to study it, while Buckner is hell-bent on revenge and is looking to kill it at all costs. The Dark suffers from taking a simple premise and expanding it with too many sub-stories, when this film would have been just fine with 2 gravediggers and the police officers they called to investigate the underground tunnels.
The ship is here now, great new day sensation, light and free now, gives you elevation. Enough is never enough, enough is never enough of the stuff.
The stuff The taste that makes you hungry for more. The stuff. Taste that delivers.
We interrupt this presentation with the following urgent message.
Patrick Dempsey. Some refer to him as Dr. McDreamy, others will know him as Mark Kincaid. Patrick Dempsey's film debut was in an uncredited role in The Stuff in 1985 as an underground stuff buyer, number 2. The Stuff is a 1985 satirical horror film directed by Larry Cohen. The movie is known for its blend of horror and science fiction and social commentary. The Stuff revolves around a mysterious, addictive white substance found bubbling up from the ground, which turns out to be a dangerous and parasitic living organism consumed by public as a dessert. As people become addicted to the stuff, it takes control of their minds and bodies, leading to horrifying consequences. The film is often praised for its unique and inventive concept, using a satirical lens to critique consumerism, corporate greed, and the power of advertising. Larry Cohen's witty and socially aware script sets The Stuff apart from typical horror movies of its time and today. George Clooney. Clooney debuted in the 1987 horror comedy Return to Horror High as Oliver, directed by Bill Froelich. The film is known for its metafictional approach to the horror genre and satirical elements. Presented as a mockumentary, Return to Horror High recounts the events surrounding a series of gruesome murders that occurred at Crippen High School. The story unfolds as a film crew arrives at a now abandoned school to shoot a movie based on the real-life murders. As they begin filming, they discover that the events thought to be in the past may not be finished as they believed. Return to Horror High alternates between the present-day filming and flashbacks to the original events, blurring the lines between reality and fiction. The film cleverly plays with the conventions of the horror genre, poking fun at cliches and tropes while delivering its own share of scares and humor. Tom Hanks. Before he was dating mermaids, talking to beach balls, or was a 12-year-old boy trapped in a man's body, Tom Hanks' first film role was in a low-budget horror film titled He Knows You're Alone.
On the night before her wedding, every girl is frightened. And this time, there's good reason.
Which was released in 1980. Hanks played Elliot, a psychology student who becomes involved in the unfolding mystery of what is going on throughout the film. He Knows You're Alone follows a young bride-to-be, Amy, who becomes the target of a serial killer just before her wedding. And as she prepares for that wedding, the killer begins a series of gruesome murders targeting people connected to her wedding party. The tension builds as Amy tries to uncover the identity of the killer while struggling with fear that maybe it's someone that she knows. While the film itself didn't achieve significant success, and despite its shortcomings, He Knows You're Alone has moments of suspense and tension, and it benefits from the eerie atmosphere typical of slasher films for that era. What other actors and actresses debuted in horror films? Let us know by dropping it in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Don't forget that you don't have to click on the notifications because, like Motel 8, we will leave the light on for you to check us out at any time at your convenience. And as always, we thank you for watching our video, and until the next, see you.